Well, we ready.
Let's get it.
Megan Thee Stallion, you dropped it like it was hot last night for your first ever American Music Awards performance. I'm so proud of you. You definitely gave us body for days. Did you get your everlasting life performing at the AMAs,
Hey
Meg?
man, listen. So look, I don't know if anybody even got to really see it good, but I had dropped down from the ceiling in the little circle thing. I was up there praying like, Lord, please don't let me fall. Don't let me fall out this circle because if I fall, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get back up and body out of it. So, so when I started dancing, I was like, yes, we in here now. I'm about to deliver this performance.
Let me tell you something. That choreography was so hot. Have you always been a dancer, Meg?
I have like ever since like the eighth grade.
Yo, I have to say congratulations to you and Cardi B on winning your first AMA for WAP. I
Thank
love
you,
that song. You hear me? We play it every day and I go crazy every morning when it comes on.
And Megan, he sings the dirty version, every
ah,
single word.
Yeah. Okay.
certified free.
7 days a week. Wet
What?
ass pussy. Make that pull out game weak. Ah.
Ah, I love it.
I love it too, Meg. Did you and Cardi B know beforehand the song would produce controversy and major bank?
No, like when so me and Cardi met for the first time and we stayed in the room and we just talked for hours. We kept talking for a few days and then she finally called me. She like, man, I got this song. I feel like it's so you. Like, just listen to it and call me back and tell me how you feel. So she sends me the song and I'm like, this is so me. Like this beat is so fire. I'm like, hell yes. Don't trip. I'm about to go record this in the living room. And I literally sent it back to her and the next day. And then we already started talking about shooting the video. So me and Cardi like spent weeks together, like before everything came out, just planning. She's so creative. She's so just caring. Like she's just great. Like I'm really glad that the friendship came out of it. I'm glad the success came out of the song. The chemistry was just so good. Like WAP just really took over, and we didn't even expect none of that to happen. Like we knew that our fans would like it, but we didn't know the world was gonna go crazy like that.
Yes, Meg. Macaroni in a pot. Go ahead,
Man,
Roxy.
that's some wet ass piss.
Come on now.
So, Meg, I know you were quarantined for a minute.
Mhm.
So you gained weight. You had said that you ate what you wanted to eat,
I did.
but you don't look like it. So what's your regimen? Like how do you work out? How do you lose the weight? Like what do you do? Because your
This
body is banging.
this what had happened. So we was in the house and nobody was doing shows, performances, like nobody could even figure out how to start doing these virtual shows. But when they came together and figured it out, I looked at myself, I was like, oh my God, like what have I done? I had to hurry up and I started like, running a little bit. I started working out. I got my trainer out here with me. And I just pretty much let him pick my menu. So it was really a mental thing. It was like, damn, do I want a burger or do I want salmon? So like I still get to eat what I want to eat. I just can't go all out like how I would have been going all out, like thinking nobody wasn't gonna see me. So when I
Well,
finally started doing the shows, like the cardio came back and I just was sweating. So then I lost a little weight or whatever.
you look damn good.
Yes, you do.
And I'll be fluffy if I want to, But doing these
So
shows.
another you have a lot going on right now. Something else that is huge for you is also this Fashion Nova line.
Mhm.
Now, I thought that maybe because of the fact that you and Cardi did WAP together, Cardi might have opened that door, but that wasn't the case.
Mm-mm. Like before WAP, I was already doing my deal with Fashion Nova. Uh,
Okay.
I had already been an ambassador for them since I first came out. So they've been rocking with me for a long time. Finally, like I'm actually really close with the owner of Fashion Nova. Him and my manager have a really good relationship. And he's like, Megan, like, what would you like to see from Fashion Nova? And I'm like, listen, honestly, I feel like y'all clothes are great, but it doesn't really cater to everybody body type. Everybody not a little size zero. Everybody not that cookie cutter Instagram body. Like that's definitely not my body. And I'm tired of putting on these clothes and my titties spilling out the side. The pants don't go all the way down to my ankles. So look, what we gonna do? So we did the collab, and my line is for everybody. It's for the big titty girls, the big booty
Mhm.
girls, the tall girls, the petite girls. So we finally got a line that's like all inclusive. I feel like that's why it does so well because girls can finally find their size on the site.
1.2 million in 24 hours.
Get it, girl.
But it's only because I feel like it's because like finally tall girls have jeans that are for them. The big boob girls, like I can buy one of them little titty girl shirts now, and it fit my boobs. So I feel like that's why it does so well because you can find your size.
Well, let's talk about these boobs because you came to Philly last year, our powerhouse, and you rock the stage, Megan Thee Stallion. You hear me? I was up front and center for your performance. You had the chaps, you wore the cowgirl hat.
Mm-hmm.
What do you remember about rocking the stage in Philly at our powerhouse?
Like I just remember walking on the stage and then everybody, like the whole room just lit up, right? Like, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, like every time I come here, y'all show me so much love. And every time I go to Philly, I make it a point to eat something. Like somebody gotta feed me. I'm getting one of these Philly cheesesteaks. Like so like just I love coming out there because the love is always so genuine and it's always so lit. And the Philly hotties always want to get on stage and twerk. Like it's always a good time.
Girl, you
Megan,
shut it down.
do
Deep.
you consider yourself a role model or like a voice for Black women?
I definitely do consider myself a voice for Black women. I'm never gonna let anybody intimidate me into not using my voice and speaking up for what I believe in. Just women of color, period. Like we go through so many struggles all day, every day that a lot of people, are not, they're not hip to. You don't know how it is to grow up being a Black or brown woman. So how
Mhm.
about this? How about somebody with a platform come out and let y'all know how it really go? Like a lot of people try to classify as angry, aggressive. It's like, no, this is how I grew up talking. Like it's not my fault that you are offended by this is my natural ways. Like if you come out here in my hood, this is how we all talk. Like I'm not aggressive. Like I just have something to say and I'm passionate about what I'm talking about. So this is the time where it's literally get with it or get lost. Like I can't help if I offend you just because this is how I am. You're gonna have to get used to it. We here and we not going nowhere.
I'm thinking about what your interview with GQ and how you said you want Black women to be sassier, you want them to be louder, you want them to demand things. And then
Yeah.
I also thought about, well, Mother was talking about it earlier, the controversy with WAP. But it's like the controversy, it was almost like men versus women,
Mhm.
because it was like, men are allowed to do this, but women not supposed to. And it's like
Right.
all these women came out and they were like, no, you can't tell us that we can't do this.
Like men get really uncomfortable when women are super comfortable with their bodies and super
Mhm.
comfortable with sex because they think that they own sex. And that's not the case, especially in 2020 when it's so many women that are leading things and women that are not scared to speak out and women that we have big personalities and baby, I own my body and I own every part of this motherfucker. So like you just really gonna have to get used to it. So if the men are uncomfortable about that, that's just their problem. Like, grow up.
Well, they better get comfortable because your new album, your debut album, Good News, is finally here.
Yes.
Tell us
I
all
love
about
it.
this good news, Megan.
So, Good News was written in quarantine. I had to write it in the living room, and I was really relieved when we had to stay in the house because I'm like, look, this is the time I'm finally gonna be able to take to myself. I'm finally gonna be able to sit down and write and concentrate and come up with some bars, come up with some concepts. Just really get to take my time with the music, and I feel like that really reflected in the album. And even some of the songs that are newer, like I had to squeeze some songs in there, like before the album dropped, just to talk about things that were happening in my life, recently. Um, but I feel like all of the hotties just definitely are responding to it so well. And I'm just so excited that everybody loves the music as much as I do. And I'm finally just happy to see, oh, good news is a trending topic. Like, because bad news always is something that everybody looking at, but now it's like forced on you, like, no, good news. Look, like, say it, talk about it, like, listen to it.
Let me
So,
tell you, when you start out on an album, the first track, Shots Fired, to me, that set the tone.
hmm I'm not here to play. Like, I said
Listen,
what I
you
said.
cleaned the plate. You hear me?
I said what I said, and I'm not taking it back. And I'm not scared to talk my shit. I'm not scared to say my piece. Nobody gonna silence me. Nobody gonna shut me up. And I just want all women to feel like that too. Like, especially if you've been in a situation, a terrible situation with a man or just a man, and you scared to come out and say anything because you scared nobody gonna believe you. Well, the more silent you are, like the more pain you're gonna put on yourself. So I'm gonna be that woman that set that example. Like, no, girl, speak up, talk about it. That's the only way you're gonna move past it. That's the only way you're gonna heal. The only way you're gonna grow. So like that's where I'm at with it.
Megan, what's different musically on Good News compared to your previous projects, Tina Snow and Fever?
Tina Snow is one of my alter egos. On Fever, that was my other alter ego, Hot Girl Meg. I feel like Good News was definitely just a lot of Megan. Like, it was just me, raw me, Megan P talking shit, and just having a good time like I always do.
Let me tell you, you came on Circles. Shout outs to Jasmine Sullivan. I'm
Yeah,
so loving Circles in that sample, Megan.
I love her too. And Circles is definitely one of my favorite songs on the album. I've never rapped over a beat like that before. So when I heard it, I was like, okay, let me try something different. And it came out great.
Despite its many setbacks, 2020 has had its bright spots for you, Meg. You rocked Saturday Night Live. GQ named you Woman of the Year. You graced the cover of Time magazine as one of the 100 most influential people of 2020. You released your debut album and clothing line with Fashion Nova and so much more. What are you thankful for this year, Megan Thee Stallion?
Um, so this year I was able to do a scholarship giveaway to two women. And I'm very thankful that I was even in the position to be able to give money to girls who are like pursuing their education. I remember what it's like to be a freshman going to college, and I was like, damn, how am I about to pay for this? So just being in the position now to be able to help somebody else who's feeling like that, I felt really good about that. So I'm thankful for that.
Well, we love you, Megan. And the next time you come to Philadelphia, make sure you
You
stop
gotta
at Power
come through.
99, the Rise and
And
Grind
Will,
Morning Show.
and Willie, y'all better have y'all knees ready.
Oh, hello, swallow me, gobble me. Love
Listen,
you,
I
Meg.
love it. Love y'all.